We are back with a brand new video. What is good, Heat Nation? In today's video, we're going to be talking about Orlando Robinson and how the Heat might have found their next undrafted gem. We're also going to be recapping the Heat Timberwolves game, which the Heat got a very must-win, important game at home. So yeah, we're going to be talking about that. So make sure you guys stick around till the end of the video. Leave a like, subscribe as always if you guys are new to the channel. We talk all things Heat basketball, man. If you guys are interested in NBA content, college basketball content, mock drafts, all-star predictions, all that stuff, my second channel's link will be in the description. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs as soon as possible on that one. We're almost at 200 right now, and we've kind of been uploading videos like crazy over the past couple of weeks. So go give that a follow or a subscribe if you guys have not already, if you guys are interested in that type of content. Also, my Twitter will also be in the link in the description if you guys want to follow that as well. Yeah, all those links will be in the description. Just have to plug that out real quick. But we can get right into the topic of discussion in this video, which is Orlando Robinson. Now, Orlando Robinson, as we all know, is one of the players that is coming through the Heat's development program. And yeah, man, I mean, I just think that, you know, if you know me, you know that I've been watching college basketball for a long time, and I almost watch as much college basketball as I do NBA basketball. And you know, Orlando Robinson is someone that I've been familiar with for a long time now, out of Fresno State. I was very surprised that he went undrafted, to be honest. And when the Heat picked him up, I was very excited, because this is a team that obviously lacks size. You know, apart from Dwayne Dedmon, we have no real 7-footer. He's only like 6'10", 6'11", but that's still like one of the tallest players on our team if you think about it. So Orlando Robinson is just, you know, someone that I was very excited about that the Heat picked him up. Now, obviously, the thing about Orlando Robinson is that, you know, I didn't know how much playing time he was going to get, because we already had 3 centers on the roster: Bam, Dedmon, and Yurt-Seven. So I was like, you know, is he really going to get that much PT? Now, this is obviously before Yurt, like, his injury, like, status kind of broke. Like, I didn't really know that he was going to be out for this long, but yeah, I wasn't really too sure that he was going to get minutes or not, because of the fact that we had a lot of bigs in the rotation playing minutes before him. So I kind of just expected him to play a lot in the G League this season, and he has played in the G League. He's looked pretty good in the G League. I haven't caught up with like a lot of G League games. I've watched maybe 1 or 2, but in the games that I have watched, he's looked pretty good. The thing about him, and the thing that I love about his game, is his energy. He's everywhere on the floor, offensively, defensively. And the thing about him is that his biggest strength for me in coming out of college was not even what he's doing right now. It was actually his shooting. He's a very good floor spacer, man. He has a really nice touch. He can shoot the ball for sure. Not only is he a good shooter, but he's also someone who can finish at the rim. He's very mobile for his size. He can switch, you know, I think onto power forwards if he needs to. Tonight, he went against an All-NBA defender, a Defensive Player of the Year, an All-NBA player for the past 3 or 4 seasons, and he outplayed him. He outplayed Rudy Gobert tonight. 7 offensive rebounds, 15 points, 9 rebounds in total. He just had a monster game, and I think that, you know, this is something that has to be taken to notice by the Heat's coaching staff and the Heat's front office, because, you know, obviously we all know Dwayne Dedmon has struggled this season. For whatever reason, he just has not looked good, and the backup center position has been something that's been a very big weakness for this team this year, because every time Bam Adebayo has gone to the bench, teams always go on a run, and this might be the solution to the backup center spot, because, you know, you might not even have to go get someone, because if you have this kid right here who's able to do all these different things that we saw him do tonight, you have someone there, you have a building block, you have a piece that you can use for the future, you know, not just now, but also for the future. And as a backup center, you know, I think that he would be very serviceable for this year. Now, obviously, they would have to see that first, and they would have to decide that they would play him over Dedmon. That's like the biggest thing. After tonight, there should be nobody saying that Dedmon is the backup center on this team. Like, I don't see any case for him to start, or not start, but to get minutes over Orlando Robinson. Orlando Robinson is more mobile. He probably isn't as good of a shooter. Like, I still think he's a really good shooter, but Dedmon has probably proved it more in the NBA level. But still, Dedmon's threes are like hit or miss. He does everything better than Dedmon, except for maybe shoot the 3-ball, which neither of them have really done in the NBA anyway. Dedmon shoots occasionally. Sometimes they go in. Sometimes he's hitting the side of the backboard. So it's like, you know, you kind of just take your pick with that and you live with it. I just think Orlando Robinson at this point is just an overall better player, and I think that he should be the backup center moving forward. Now, you know, I tweeted today before the game started, like a while before the game started. I think like when Bam's injury report released, because obviously I think Bam's injury report released pretty early, like this morning it released actually that he was going to miss this game. I tweeted like Robinson and Jovic are going to have to be huge tonight against Gobert, and Robinson was. Like Jovic had a pretty solid game, but Robinson was the one who impressed me the most because he was everywhere. And, you know, the Heat might have something there. You know, another player who's undrafted coming in through the ranks. Now, I know a lot of people are kind of just, you know, getting tired of this undrafted thing because, you know, and I agree, like, it's cool to have undrafted players, but, like, you need players that are actually also, like, skilled as well, like, who are drafted. So, but this kid actually has some skill, man. He's actually a very decent player, and I really like his game. So I hope he sticks around. I hope they promote him to the backup center spot. As far as the rest of the game, this was a must-win game to me. Even though Jimmy and Bam were out, the Timberwolves were also missing Karl-Anthony Towns and a lot of key players as well. I was extremely excited for this game because I wanted to see how the young guys would do, like Orlando Robinson, Nikola Jovic, yeah, all that stuff. So yeah, without Jimmy and Bam, this was going to be a huge test to see how this team plays. Now, obviously, like last season, we were pretty good without them, but this season, it's kind of been a struggle. The game plan did definitely shift without those two in the lineup. We attempted a lot more threes. We didn't really get to the paint as much, which is understandable. You take away our two best paint scorers in Jimmy and Bam, you're not going to get to the line. You're not going to get to the paint. You're not going to draw fouls. So our biggest like point of attack was to push the pace, get out in transition as much as we could, and take as many threes as we could. Now, obviously, we weren't hitting too many threes, but we did, you know, play with a lot of energy, which is what I really liked. I think on the glass as well, like the Timberwolves, I know they're missing Cat, but they're still a very, like, you know, physically big team. And Gobert is like a menace on the glass, as we all know. And I think we did a pretty good job on the rebounds. Like, I don't have the statistics pulled up in front of me, but I think we did a pretty good job on the boards, especially Orlando Robinson with his 7 offensive rebounds. Like, those were huge, obviously. Yeah, man, I just think I'm very, very happy with a lot of the team's effort. Now, obviously, I'm not going to get too high. I've already stated what I think about this team in the last video. There's still issues with this team that have to be fixed. So, you know, one win is not really going to change my mind. Now, if we started to do this consistently, then maybe, you know, I'll start thinking about, okay, maybe this roster could do it. But I still think there's some issues that have to be, you know, fixed and some holes that have to be filled. So I'm not going to get too high and start, you know, getting on my high horse about this win and saying we're back and all this stuff. We're back at 500, which is a good sign. We just got to keep building momentum and on to the next one, man. So, yeah, great win against a team that, you know, was also looking for a win because they had the same record as us coming into tonight. So yeah, great win. Orlando Robinson again, player of the game, an absolute stud, man. The Heat have got another one. The Heat have found another one. So we're gonna wrap it up there. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the video, man. Take it easy. Hopefully you guys had a very, very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's. I'll see y'all later as always.